Hello guys, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Today's video will be on a Sum Triplet Sudoku created by Richard Stolk. Richard is one of the best Sudoku authors, and this Sudoku has been taken from his famous Sudoku Variant Series. This series has been running for a long time, and the Sudoku that we are seeing today is part of this famous series. You can check out his Sudoku Variant Series on Logic Master's Germany portal. I will add the link to all of his Sudokus in the description of the video. You can also play out the Sudoku from the link given in the description of the video. Do try out the Sudoku yourself and please come back to watch the video. Let us move on to the rules of the Sudoku. Classic rules apply. Each row, column and 3x3 box will have digits from 1 to 9, no repetitions, and clues outside the grid indicate the sum of the triplet, 3 connected cells in a straight line in one of the 3x3 blocks in the corresponding row or column. Okay, simple rule. So let us take for example this 9 clue. What this clue denotes is that either sum of these 3 cells is 9, or sum of these 3 cells is 9, or sum of these 3 cells is 9, right? You have to take a single entity of a box in the corresponding column or row. For example, if you take this row, 22 is the clue given outside, then the sum of, then it means that either this is true, the sum of these 3 cells is 22, or the sum of these 3 cells is 22, or the sum of these 3 cells is 22. So this is applicable for all rows and columns for which outside clue is given. So these are the rules. And before starting to solve the Sudoku, please check out the videos we have been posting, and if you feel that we are really doing a great job, hit the subscribe button under the video. This will be a source of motivation for us. Please subscribe to the channel. So let us start solving the Sudoku now. So a quick glance tells me that we can start either with the lowermost clues, which are 6 and 7, or we can start with the highest clues, namely 24 and 23. So if you look at 24, 24 cannot go in this box because 24 is 7 plus 8 plus 9, but 8 is already given, so 24 has two options which we are not certain yet. Okay, this is interesting, guys. Look at this 7 and 6 clue, right? So 7 is 1 plus 2 plus 4, only possible option. So why is this highlighted? Let me remove that. Okay, so 7 has only one possible option, 1 plus 2 plus 4. That is not going to happen in this box. And 6 has only one option, 1 plus 2 plus 3. That is also not going to happen in this box. So what is actually going to happen is, so either 1, 2, 4 and 1, 2, 3 happen this way, or the other way is 1, 2, 3 happens here and 1, 2, 4 happens here, right? Because of the 2 here. So these are the only possible options. So in both the cases, the 1 is going to either the 6 or the 7 clues, so which means that these 6 cells cannot take a 1. So 1 would have to be in these 2 cells. And now can this 12 clue help us? So at least one of these is true, 1, 2, 4 here or 1, 2, 3 here. So if you have the 1, 2, 3 here, the minimum sum here becomes 4, 5, 6, right? And if you have the 1, 2, 4 here, the minimum sum here becomes 3, 5, 6, which is 14. So you can never take a 12 total from these boxes, guys, right? So regardless of whether the 1, 2, 4 happens here or here, and correspondingly whether the 1, 2, 3 happens here or here, the 12 total can never be satisfied from these boxes because these digits are already close to minimum values, and the minimum most total you will be able to get is when you have 1, 2, 4 and you will get 3, 5, 6, which is 14. So the 12 total will be satisfied from these 3 cells, and there is only one possible way now because of the 1 already there. So this would be 1 and 9. Let me remove these now. Okay, so now that we know that either 1, 2, 4 or 1, 2, 3 happens, the 24 can never be satisfied from this line of 3 cells, right? So this is obvious, so which means that 24 has only one option now, and that will be these 3 cells. So let us highlight the cells which are over. So this is done, and these 2 cells are partially over, right? These 2 clues. Okay, now we can move on to this clue, I think, right? This is helping us. 7 is 1, 2 and 4 can't be here and cannot be here. So there is only one option. So 1, 2 and 4 goes here. And 2 is eliminated from here. Okay, so let us look at this 9 clue now, right? So 9 cannot be going in this cell because the minimum total here in this box is 356, which is more than 9. 9 cannot obviously be here because 7 is already here, so this will be 9. And because 3 and 5 are givens outside, so the only possible options is cannot be 1, 3, 5, cannot be 2, 3, 4. So this would have to be 1, 2, 6, right? Only possible option for the 9. So the 7 and the 9 are done. Let us look at the 10 clue. You can't have the 10 satisfied from this box because 1, 2, 4 and 5. So minimum sum would be 3, 6, 7. More than 10. And 7, 1 and 2 is possible here. Can it be possible here? 5, 1, 4 or 5, 2, 3. 1, 4 is ruled out and 2, 3 is ruled out. So 7 can only be satisfied from this box, which means this cell would have to be 7. 8 and 9 are not possible. So this is 8 and 9. So these two cells must be 1 and 2 to satisfy the 10 clue. So 10 is also done. And now we can use classic, right? So 3 and 4, which means that these two cells must be 3, 4 and these two cells must be 5, 6. So let us look at this box. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So remaining digits are 4, 7, 8, 9. You cannot have 7 here. So this is 4, 8, 9. And you cannot have 4 here. This is 7, 8 and 9. Right? So the next clue I think we can consider seeing is 23, because 23 has only one possible combination of digits, which is 6, 8 and 9. And I'm seeing that 23 is already eliminated from this box because of the 8. So now 23 has two options, either this way or this way. So we would have to see if we can eliminate one of the ways. Can I have this way? So if this is 6, 8 and 9, so what happens with the 21? 21 cannot be satisfied from these three cells, right? Because 5 plus 6 is 11 and you need 10 more. So 21 will never be satisfied from these three cells. Can it be satisfied from these three cells? The maximum sum here would be, cannot be 5, 6, 8, 9. So maximum would be 4 plus 7, which is 11. And you will never get to 21. Okay, so 21, when the 23 clue happens in box 6, cannot be satisfied from these three cells or these three cells. So this is the only possible option. And we also know that because of this 7 and 6, either 1, 2, 4 or 1, 2, 3 would have to come. But if 21 comes here, this would have to be 1, 2, 4, right? Because with the 3 you cannot get to the 21. So 4 would have to be here. Okay, why don't I use a different color? So this is 4, this is 8 and this would be 8, 9. And the 10 clue, the 6 would go here because of the 8, 9. So this would be 8, 9. So the 10 is not satisfied from this cell and this row. Yeah. So this is kind of deep, guys. A really deep deduction. So what happens if I have the 23 clue here? The 21 cannot be here and cannot be here, and this would be my 21, right? And for the 21 to be true, I need to have 1, 2, 4 or 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, 3 is ruled out because you can't reach the 21. So this would have to be my 1, 2, 4, right? Let me place those cells. So this becomes 4, 8, 9. The 4 would be here and this becomes 8 and 9, which means that this cell would be 6, and this would be 8 or 9, right? And now look whether this 10 can be satisfied. This is a really deep deduction, guys. I'm not sure if there is something better, but we'll continue with this. You'll see that you cannot satisfy the 10 from these three cells because 3 plus 4 is 7 and you'll need one more 3. 8 and 9 are obviously ruled out. And because of the 8, 9 here, this is also ruled out quickly. And now because 4 is placed here, the minimum total here is going to be 5 plus 6, right? 1, 2, 4 and 3. So the minimum total is here is 5 and 6. And you'll see that when we place the 23 here, you cannot satisfy this 10. So it's basically playing around with these sum combinations. A really deep deduction. Maybe there is something else sharper in the grid at this point, but we'll go with this direction. So 6, 8, 9 cannot be here. So which means that these three cells will be 6, 8 and 9. So these three cells would have to take an 8 because of the 8 here. Can I go for the 21 now? 21 cannot be here, right? Because 6, 8, 9 is here and you cannot have 21 now. The 21 may go here or here. Okay, I don't think we can do something with the 21 here. But this 22 looks interesting, guys. We know that the 22 needs to take a 9, right? 22 will be 9, 8, 5 or 9, 7 and 6. So these three cells cannot make up 22. So 22 either comes from this cell, these three cells or these three cells. Okay, these three cells are quickly rolled out, guys, because if you have 22 from here, so this would be my 9 and I need to have either 5 plus 8, which is not possible, or 6 plus 7, which is again not possible, right? So this is not, these three cells cannot form to 22, so this would be 6 and 8, so I cannot have a 9 here. Because if I have a 9, then these three cells must sum up to 22, which is not possible as we just saw. So the 22 must come from these three cells, because 9 is eliminated from here, 9 is going in one of these two cells. So these three cells must form the 22, so this would be my 9 and this would be a 1, so 1 is eliminated from here. And now these two cells must either be 5 plus 8 or 6 plus 7, okay. So if this is 5 plus 8, this would be a 6, and if this is 6 plus 7, this would be 8. So in both the cases, 6 and 8 will be in one of these, two of these three cells, right? So 6 and 8 cannot be in any other cells in those row, in that row. Okay. Oh, okay. So look at these two cells, guys. So 1, 2, 4 and 6, 8, 9. These two cells cannot contain 6, 8, 9, right? Because you have 1, 2, 4 here and 6, 8 and 9 from these cells. So these two cells must be 3, 5 and 7. I have a 5, 7 in column 6. So this must be a 3. So this is not a 3. So this is 5, 7. So I can't get the 10 from these three cells, right? Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 in the box already. So the minimum sum here from these two cells will be 5 and 6. So it's not going to be possible from this box. This box is possible. You can have the 6 here and 1 and 3 here. And even this box is possible. Because 1 is here, these two cells will be 3, 5, right? Let us go with the possibility, guys. So let us see what happens if this is 3, 5. If I have a 3, 5 here, this becomes 6, 7, right? 5 and 8 would be eliminated and this becomes a 4 and a 9. Wow. Okay. A really sharp deduction, guys. Now look whether 21 is going to be satisfied. 21 cannot be satisfied from this box and 21 cannot be satisfied from this box because this cell would become a 2 when this is 4 and 9. So obviously you cannot satisfy from this box. And now to satisfy from this box, you need the maximum two digits that can get here is 5 plus 7, which is 12, right? So this cell would have to be a 9 to satisfy the 21, but we already have a 4, 9 here. So this cannot be a 9. So this can maximum be 8 and these two cells can maximum be 5 and 7, which gives you 20 only. So which means that you cannot have 10 from these 3 cells. A really tough deduction to see, guys. Very tough one. I think this Sudoku is like you have to play around with some combinations and just see if it works. So 10 is eliminated from here, 10 is eliminated from here. So which means that this cell, these 3 cells would have to add up to 10. So this would be 6, which means these 2 cells will sum up to 4, 1 and 3. So this becomes 8 now and this becomes 9. Classic. And because of 1, 3 here, this becomes 4, this becomes 2, this becomes 1. And now 22 cannot be 5 plus 8, so this would be 6 plus 7. So 1, 2, 9, 6 and 7, right? So remaining digits are 3, 4, 5, 8. I have 3, 4 in row 3, which means that these 2 cells will be 3, 4 and these 2 cells will be 5, 8. And these 2 cells must be 7 and a 9. And that gives a 5 here, which means these 2 cells must be 6 and 8. And these 2 cells must be 5, 7. All classic, guys, simple classic. So these 2 cells must be 2 and 4. So can I resolve here? You have a 7 here, which means that you can resolve this 7, 9 pair. And which means these 2 cells become 4, 8 pair. And this 8 gives an 8 here and a 6 here. And this 8 resolves this 8, 9 pair. This 8 gives a 7, 9 pair. Okay, we have quickly resolved the middle boxes. So I don't think we can do anything much with rows 1, 2, 3 now, because we have already got all the possibilities. Now we have to get something from the last 2 sets of boxes, right? Boxes 4, 5, 6 and box 7, 8, 9. So we'd have to see something there. Okay, so this 21 would have to be satisfied from this box, guys, because you can't satisfy the 21 from here, because 21, the options for 21 are 6, 7 and 8, which is ruled out, or if it contains a 9, then it must have 9, 4, 8 or 9, 5, 7. 9, 4, 8 is obviously ruled out, and if you have 9, 5, 7, then this cell can't take any possibility. There are only 3 sum possibilities for 21, and all of the 3 are eliminated from this as a possibility. So which means that the 21 total must satisfy from this column, right? So can this 21 also be satisfied from this row, I mean this same box? Is it possible? We obviously know that 21 cannot come from here, because 5 plus 6 is 11 and you will need 10 more to get to 21. So 21 will be from this box or this box. But we already know that these 3 cells will sum up to 21. Now can we have a case where these 3 cells also sum to 21? So obviously this will be 6 or higher, right? You cannot have 5 or any digit lower than that, because if you have a 4, then these 2 cells must sum up to 17. Not possible. 5 is ruled out. So this can be a 6. If this is 6, then these 2 cells must sum up to 15. Oh wait, that is also ruled out, guys. Let me write the possibilities there. So suppose if these 3 cells sum up to 21, so this can only be 6, 7, 8 or 9. Anything less is not possible. If you have 6 here, then these 2 cells must sum up to 15 and these 2 cells must sum up to 15. Not possible, right? Because 15 can be achieved in 2 ways, 6 plus 9 or 7 plus 8, but you have the 6 already here. So 6 is eliminated. Can you have the 7? If I have the 7, then 14 has 2 options, 5 plus 9 and 6 plus 8. So because of the 5 here, these 2 cells becomes 5, 9. Okay, that is not possible, right? Because you already have the 8 here in these 2 cells. And 7 is also ruled out, guys. Not possible. So can the 8 be possible? So these 2 cells and these 2 cells will sum up to 13. 4, 9 and 6 and 7. Okay, that seems to be an option. This seems to be an option, guys. So I don't think we can do something here, because given that 21 can also happen here, so it doesn't make sense to continue further there. So let us revisit this one and try to see if we can combine with these clues. So the 7 is 1, 2 and 4, right? And the 6 is 1, 2 and 3. Okay. So let us see what happens, guys. Let us just try out the possibilities. So if I have 6 here, 1, 2, 3, then the 10 quickly becomes 4, 5, 1, right? The minimum possible combination would be 4, 5, 1, 1. And now for 21, you can't satisfy the 21 from here, cannot satisfy from here. So the 21 would have to be satisfied from here. And we know that because of classic, 4 is already part of this sum. 4 would have to go here already. And to satisfy 21 we need 8 and 9 here. So this would be 8, this would be 9, this would be 4. Oh, that is not possible, guys. This is not possible. Wow, nice. I'm so happy to see that. So if you have 4, 8, 9 here, right, you have 8, 9 here. So this would be 4, this would be 8 and this would be 9. And this quickly becomes a 7, right? Because of 4, 8, 9 here. Now we have 7, 8 and 9 to be fit into this box. But we have only 2 cells left for fitting 7, 8 and 9. It's not possible. So which means that you cannot have 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2 and 3 here. A really deep deduction again. So this Sudoku I think is more or less about playing with the sum combinations. So which means that the 6 is not 1, 2, 3. It's not going to happen here. The 1, 2, 3 is happening here. Which means that for 7 you need the 1, 2, 4 here. And this resolves this 3, 4 pair. So the 10 cannot be achieved from these 3 cells, because 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6 would be the minimum possibilities here. So the 10 has to be achieved from these 3 cells. Oops, I left an 8 here, right? 8 has to be here due to the classic. So this is not a 7. So we know that the 10 has to be achieved from these 3 cells, because this is not a possible option. 4 plus 3 is 7 and we need 3 more to get to 10. So 8 is eliminated from here because these 3 cells will sum to 10. And because 3 is outside, 1 would have to be part of the 10 sum. Because without 1 and 3, the total will be 2, 4, 5, which is 11. So 1 would have to be part of the 10 sum. And the combinations are 2, 7 and 3, 6. So 1, 2, 7 and 1, 4, 5, not 1, 3, 6, because 3 is already here. So 1, 2, 7 and 1, 4, 5 are the possible combinations. And because of this 1 here, I'll remove the 1 from this cell and the 1 from this cell. Oh, super. So F4 here forces a 2 here, right? And both of my combinations will be ruled out. So I cannot have a 4 here. So if this is a 4, this becomes 2. And I can't have 1, 2, 7. I can't have 1, 3, 6. And I can't have 1, 4, 5. So this is not a 4. So this is 8 and this is 4. And that removes the 4 from here. And same idea, guys, I can't have a 2 here because that forces a 4 here, and I'll have 2 and 4 not part of the 10 total, so that is not going to happen. So which means that this is 6, these two cells will be 1, 2, and I have a 1, 2 pair that may help. Okay, so these cells must be 1, 2, 7 or 1, 4, 5. Okay. So in both the cases 2 and 4 is going to be in these 4 cells, right? And we have 3, 6, 8. So 1, 2, 4, 3, 6, 8. So these two cells must be 5, 7, 9. So 9 is here, so this is not a 9. Oh, we already established that these three cells must sum to 21, right? Because you cannot have 21 from here. 678 is rolled out, 489 is rolled out, and 579 is also rolled out. So you need to get 21 from here, which means that this is not 1 and 2. This would have to be 457. So if this is 4, this would be 8 9. If this is 5, this would be okay, 5 is rolled out because that would need one more 8. Not possible. So if this is 7, this would be 6. Okay, we may write the candidates now. So if this is 4, this would be 8 9. And if this is 7, this would be 5 9, right? These are the only possible options here. 4 8 9 and 7. I'm sorry guys. If this is 4, this would be 8 9, and if this is 7, because 8 is already part, this would be 6 8, right? Yes. Sudoku seems to have got harder. How do we satisfy this 21? So this would be 489. This would be 36. If the 21 is from here, this would be 489. This would be 36. This would be a 57. And this would be oh, okay. So the 21 cannot be satisfied from these three cells, guys, because the moment 21 is here, this becomes 489, and you have the 36 here. So this becomes 36. Let me show you. So this becomes 36. This becomes 489, and this would be a 5-7 pair, right? The moment this happens, how do you satisfy the 10 total? The 9 becomes part of the set. There is no place to place the 9 here, right? So which means that, or a simpler way to look at it is the 9 in this row 4 has only one option left. It would have to go here. So which means that the 21 cannot be satisfied from this, because 21 would be 489, but 9 is already here. So this is not a 21, this is not a 21. So these three cells will be 21. We'll have to add up to 21 without the 5. Okay, so I have without the 5, 6, 7, 8 and 489. Those are the only options possible. 6, 7, 8 and 489, and in both the cases I have 8 as the common digit. So which means that 8 must be in these three cells, but 8 is in column 7 and 9. So this would have to be 8, right? Which means this is not an 8. So this is 6 and 9. And these two cells must add up to 13 to get to 21. So they must be 4 and 9, 4 and 9, or 6 and 7, 6 and 7. I have 6 9 here, so this is not 6 9, which means that if this is 4, this would be 9, and if this is 7, this would be 6 correspondingly. Okay. So 3 in row 6 has only one cell left. No, can't be in this cell, so this would have to be 3. And 1, 2, 4, 3 and 9 and 5 and 8. So this cell can only be 6 and 7, right? 1, 2, 4, 3, 9, 5 and 8. So this can only be 6, 7s. And now if you look at column 2, I have a 6, 7 pair. So this must be 5, 8, 4, 9, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. So this must be 5, 8. And I have 6, 7, 9 triplets. So this must be a 4, which means this must be 7. And these two cells must be 1, 2 for the 10. Wow. So now we are satisfying all the clues. So which means that this must be a 4. And I must have 1, 2 here. Okay. And we know that these three cells sum up to 21, so this would be a 6, this would be a 9, and that gives 9, 7 here. So this would be 6 now, this would be 7, 6. So we are getting quickly the digits now, right? So the 7 gives a 5 here and an 8 here, which resolves this 8, 5 pair. So this would be a 7, classic. And these three cells must be 4, 6, 8. So 8 in column, row 7 and row 8 gives the 8 here. So these two cells must be 4 and 6. And these three cells must be 5, 7 and 9. But because of the 7, 9 here, you get a 5 here. And these two cells must be 7 and 9. All classic. and these two cells must be 3 5. 7 here resolves this 7 5 pair. So let me highlight some more clues. So this is satisfied, this is satisfied, this is not done, so this is done. 6 7 8, this is done. 21 is done, 22 is done, 10 is done because of the 1 3 6. This 10 is done. 1 2 7, 17 is said to be done. 3 5 and 6 is 14. 9 4 and something is not going to be 17, so 17 would have to be from here. So this is a 2, right, for the 17 to be true. So this becomes 1, this becomes 1, this becomes 2. So this is also done. 21 is also done. 4 8 and 9. 11 cannot happen from here because 7 1 and 3 should be there, but it's not possible. 11 can happen from here. 11 has to happen from here, because if it happens from here, these two cells must be 1 and 2, but you have the 1 2 here already. So 11 happens from here, so this must be 5. If it is 5, these two cells sum up to 6, and if this is 6, these two cells sum up to 5. So all options are possible. So 11 is not getting resolved now. Let us see that later. 15 cannot happen from here because 8 plus 7 is already 15. Cannot happen from here because 6 plus 4 plus 2 maximum would be 12. So 15 happens from here. But there are simply too many options, guys. Let me look for classic then. So you have a 7 in these columns, so which means that these two cells must be a 7. And there is a 9 in these three cells, so 9 must be in one of these two cells. There is a 6 in these two cells, which means 6 must be in one of these two cells. 18 is also yet to be satisfied, right? 18 cannot be satisfied from here. 18 cannot be satisfied from here. So which means 18 must be satisfied from here. So the only possible way now is 4 and 6. So 4, 6 and 8 will give me 18. Superb. So which means that this is also satisfied. And this 4 gives a 4 here due to classic and a 2 here. And this becomes 2, this becomes 1, this becomes 1, this becomes 3, this becomes 3, this becomes 5. So we quickly got everything through classic. So now I can write the candidates. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. So these three cells must be 1, 5, 7. And these three cells must be 2, 3, 9. 6, 7, 8, 1, 4, 5. So 9 is here, so this is not a 9. And 5 and 7 give a 1 here, so this is 5, 7 pair. And this one removes the 1 from here, this is 2, 3. Okay, 11 can be satisfied from this group, there is no problem. In 2 or more ways, so 15 cannot be, 15 has to be here, right? We deduced that already. And if you have the 9 here, the 9 plus 4 is 13 and you need the 2. So 9 cannot be here, guys. 9 can be eliminated from here because the 15 has to be here. So 9 is eliminated from here, that gives the 9 here, which means this is 7, this is 9, and that resolves this 5 7 pair immediately, and that resolves this 5 6 pair, which in turn resolves this 6 4 pair, which in turn resolves this 4 3 pair. Superb Sudoku, guys. A fitting problem, I would say. So this 6 resolves this 6 4 pair. And now to get to 15 we need 2 here. This becomes 3, this becomes 2, this becomes 1, this becomes 2, this becomes 1, and this becomes 3. And both the clues are satisfied now. If you look, 11 is satisfied from here. 7 4 and 2 3 and 6 is 11. And for the 15, 2 6 and 7 is 15. So with that we have completed this very tough Sudoku, I would say. We've taken 34 minutes. So hope you guys enjoyed watching me solve this Sudoku. Please let us know your thoughts in comments. We hope to see you again soon with a video. Take care until then. Bye bye.